Welcome to our YouTube channel, Mama Chow and Spicy Wonton, episode 38. And today we're going to do a mix of Chinese, Guoyu, and English. And this is about a famous Chinese author, Ba Jin. Um, and we are actually related to him through marriage, which Mama Chow will explain. But Mama Chow, do you want to start? And I can show.
Yeah. Okay. This time we were talking about 巴金的家跟我们的家。
Mhm.
Oh, then this when he was so young.
Oh yeah, of course. They like to show younger,
Yeah,
nicer
yeah,
photos in
yeah.
with Wikipedia.
This
Yeah.
picture, I remember, it looks like when he come to our house when my
Yeah.
grandfather's still alive.
So he did come to your house. That's how Mama Chow knows he would visit because they're related by marriage. He's also Sichuanese, so he would speak Sichuanese, I'm sure, with your
Yeah,
grandfather.
he comes often,
Yeah.
and his family comes often.
And I met him very briefly, but that's when he was in decline. He had Parkinson's, so I didn't understand how famous he was when I met him as a child. But
1986.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so do you want to talk about,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. The relation between Ba Jing and us is the two sisters. One married to Ba Jing and Li,
Hmm.
one married to Chow family. The one girl married to Chow family was my grandfather's mother, Zhou
Okay.
Sanpei's mother.
Okay.
So I think my father called Ba Jing 表哥,
Hmm.
I call Ba Jing 表叔.
Okay.
So that's how it is. It's really is not that close, but it is close because we all have a big family,
Hmm.
all traditional, with one 老太爷 with a
Yeah.
pillar is authority is
That's
in
your
one
Zhou
person.
Shanpei.
Those is everything in the one person's head, the shoulder. Okay, but Ba Jing the famous because he is a very famous writer,
Hmm.
author. His book make into a movie, 家, and the
Yeah.
book is 家春秋.
Yeah. This is the famous Ba Jin novel, and if you take Asian literature in college, this is usually one of the required readings. From his novel, Ba Jin, and it is a trilogy, like Mama Chow said. Um, Spring is one of the trilogy in this novel, and the reason why it's famous is because it's timeless, and we can talk about Mama Chow's views on the book and the movie you saw, and whether you how you think it's relevant to your family. But it's famous because it does portray the tension between a traditional family, you can say traditional Asian family, and the need for rebellion, especially among the younger, youth in the
Generation.
family generation. Yes. So there's an older generation like your grandfather, Zhou Shanpei, and then there's a younger generation that has desire for freedom and individuality, like your own father, right? And so there's always this tension between the two, and that's sort of timeless because you can see that even today, right? There's always tension between parents and children or younger generations and older generations. I mean, we complain all the time with Gen Z, that's a younger generation from our current generation. But also there's some people say his book was actually quite modern because it's kind of feminist in some ways because of the way he portrays women in the book, including whether they're servants or whether they're aristocratic women, the way he portrays them as sort of having basically no choice in their destiny and they have to kind of accept their fate. You don't really marry for love, back in those days, for example. And so
Some do, some don't. Yeah.
most didn't in those days, I guess, was what he was
Mm-hmm.
trying to portray. And so there's that kind of conflict as well.
Okay. The reason why we have to talk about this movie because in the movie there's one uh master, the old master.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is
And
the movie.
the rumor said it's that's the movie.
Mm-hmm.
This is May.
Yeah.
The movie, The Old Master, they imply is my grandfather. So my grandfather he heard about those rumors,
Yeah.
so he wants to see the movie. So I'm the only one. I took him to see the movie.
This is
The
the
two of us.
movie. Yeah, so we can play a little clip from the movie. This is the old black and white movie.
It's a very famous movie.
Yeah, it came out in 1956, 57, depending on what website you look at. Um and there's one scene which maybe this portrays your Zhou Shanpei, I don't know, that might be him, your grandfather.
I don't know. That's what people said. That's why he wants to see the movie. After we saw the movie,
Yeah.
you know what he said? He comment is 胡说八道, nonsense, garbage. He does not agree. But anyway, he saw the movie.
Yeah.
I saw the movie. I read the book.
Mm-hmm.
I read the book years ago, so I still remember some.
Mm-hmm.
And there is similarity between these two families.
Yeah.
Like my father and my mother's marriage was arranged marriage.
Yeah.
My two grandfather knew each other long time ago, so
Mm-hmm.
they think it's a perfect match with
Yeah.
family to family. But my father studied in Tokyo University.
Mm-hmm.
He learned how to modern, how
Mm-hmm.
to become very advanced.
He wasn't traditional man, I would say. He was more
No,
modern.
he learned all this from Japan. So when he came home from Tokyo University, my father's they arranged when they were very young. That's true, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't like it. He doesn't
Right.
like it. So he went to the river,
Mm-hmm.
walk. So my grandfather, he's his favorite son.
Yeah.
He's afraid he's going to jump to the river,
Commit
to kill
suicide.
himself. So he's a bodyguard, follow him. Then afterwards, they step back. My grandfather, 让步.
Mm-hmm.
So let him to go to my mother's high school. They went to same high school, but this high school in Tianjin, the girls girl, boys boy.
Okay,
separate.
this is getting a little bit off track with
Yeah.
your story
So
with
anyway,
your
they know they date each other
right.
for a while
Okay.
before they get married.
But the point is it was
Still
arranged and it was not something your father might have chosen, but also your father was rebellious compared to your grandfather Zhou Shanpei. If you talk about his approach to communism, Mao, whether, being showing his individuality, being expressive about it was different than the approach that Zhou Shanpei had. So,
Yeah.
so maybe that's why he didn't like the movie because in the movies, the older guy's the traditional authoritarian, right? Your grandfather,
Totally.
Zhou
Yeah.
Shanpei. Yeah.
So when my grandfather is still alive, they come to our house regularly and come with his cousin,
Mm-hmm.
堂弟,
Mm-hmm.
堂弟. So the reason they come to one, Ba Jin is talking to my grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
The other group, they are practicing Jingxi,
Opera.
opera, Beijing opera. So my mom is very keen on the Jingxi.
Mm-hmm.
So they brought in a 胡琴, 拉
Mm-hmm.
胡琴的. So it's perfect because it's 3 person with personality. 小生、老生跟你花旦. Three.
Yeah.
My mother, my father, and Ba Jin brother.
Mm-hmm.
So they come here quite often.
Yeah.
And Ba Jin has one boy and one girl. Their age is like me and my sister. So
Mm-hmm.
we play together.
You played together.
We play together, yeah. And 他的那个 his son was a very naughty boy. He's a very naughty boy. It would never happen in Chow family
Yeah.
in front of my
Well, I
grandfather.
guess Ba Jin was much more reform liberal about raising children, not like
He is
authoritarian.
such a nice guy.
Yeah.
He is such a nice guy. His wife was his student.
Hmm.
And during Cultural Revolution, she went become suicide. She jumped to
Yeah.
the river. She drowned herself. The
Hmm.
Ba Jin was very tough.
Yeah.
He did
Well, he
not
lived
never
till
get married
100,
again.
so he's a survivor. He lived to 100. And now his library, we were talking just before we got onto YouTube, is actually open. It just opened in 2024.
Last year.
His library, which is based in his house. See, this is his
Yes.
library.
Okay. Oh, that's his house. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you remember going there, right?
Yes, yes.
Um, so this is what it looks like. This is the library.
Because when I was trying to write my memoir, there's one chapter is about Ba Jin, but I did not get a chance to go back until
Well,
24.
yeah. Well,
So
hopefully we'll go back, right? And it will be a wonderful trip and nobody's gonna bother us
I
with our
I
trip
hope so.
because of
I
this
hope so.
YouTube, which is just based on our family lived experience. And we're hoping we'll have a nice trip when we go visit next year.
Yeah, there's in the movie, I'm sure there's some reality truth in
Yeah.
there. The mistreatment for the maid, Ya Huan,
Oh, that was in the
is
movie?
there was a movie too, yeah,
Oh.
in the book, in the movie. So I'm sure there's a similarity between their family and our family,
Mm.
the mistreatment. So in the old days, you cannot avoid. It's something like that tragic will happen. Some 小姐
Mm.
born in a well-to-do family,
Hmm.
famous family, but their fate is very tragic.
Yeah.
Whole life was tragic,
Yeah.
you know.
So this is a timeless story that you lived, you know the author, and it's something everybody can relate to, even if you didn't grow up in China, right? This tension between the older generation and the younger generation,
Mm.
it never goes away. So that's wraps up our episode, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
点赞，点赞。
点赞。
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.